Okay, Jarhead, be smart. Work smarter, not harder. Got the tools, use them. Nothing's easy. Gotta love it when they put something like this silly shroud in a spot you can't get to it. Good Lord, why is that there? Oh, Woodmizer, you guys. Looks like it's broken. So the mission is to get that O2 sensor off. It ain't coming, so I put some WD-40 penetrating fluid on there, the extra penetrating stuff with blue torch in it, whatever the heck that means. Let's see if it works. But the rattle cage on top of the muffler, I think I'm gonna pull that off and just leave it off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Frankly, it just makes a bunch of noise, so I'm thinking of just pulling it out of my way. Pain in the butt trying to get to that O2 sensor with that cage on, so you know, maybe cutting it away or something would have been better, but either way the O2 sensor doesn't want to come out. It may be the old pipe wrench routine. We might have to try to heat it up first, but I'll try a few things and I'll let you know, so stand by. We'll see how that goes. It may not be today, I got lots going on, but I wanted to pull this O2 sensor off because I thought I might not have to wait for Woodmizer. What if I could just take it down to the local auto parts store and see if they've got one? I do see them online, and I also wanted to see if I could see the number on it. I see them on the Kohler site. They're out there, so I might be able to find one with the right connector elsewhere if Woodmizer doesn't have one. They're supposed to be shipping it Monday. I'm supposed to be milling by the end of the week, or at least the following week, and I got to get the mill up to the cabin. So I thought, well, if Woodmizers won't get here on time, maybe I could pick another one up so I can be milling not next week but the week after. So we'll see. You'll know, because I'm probably going to just go Good Lord, forgetting it. Oh, good. It doesn't seem like it's moving much, but it is. It's turning. I'm not seeing any new threads yet. Yes, folks, I cut off the shroud there, little cage. It was in my way. Without moving the muffler, it seemed like I had to cut it off, so I cut it off. Now we're getting some threads, getting some movement now. Now Woodmizer's telling me they might be able to ship that for me tomorrow. I may get it before the weekend, which I need to have it before the weekend. So I got on Amazon and I found a aftermarket replacement that supposedly is the same. And if it is, I'll put a link down for you and let you know, because it will be a lot cheaper. Whew, there we go, look at that. Got her out. Man, that is carboned up, folks. Those threads are terrible looking. All right, folks, well, we got that off. You can see it's pretty nasty looking. I don't know how clear that is, but pretty fouled up, and according to the codes, this is what's wrong. Now, the threads are pretty chewed up on it. I found that kind of odd, almost as if it was cross-threaded on the way in. It's just really ugly looking. Maybe it had a little rust in there, but I don't really see any, so I don't know why the threads look so bad. I will tell you, I had to hit it with heat and kind of beat on a wrench, and you could see probably those are really chewed up. But I got it off. And you know, interestingly enough, I found one on Amazon for under $40. Now, it's not the same brand that Woodmizer sells, and theirs is like 110. So I'm gonna get that new one in faster than I can get the Woodmizer one in. So I went ahead and bought it. It hopefully will be here tomorrow. I'm heading up to the cabin to take everything up I can, but I'm gonna leave the sawmill. My plan was to take the sawmill. I'm gonna leave it so I can swap this out, because I don't want to drag it up there if the new one doesn't work and I don't get the one from Woodmizer. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just lightly stick this back in there and maybe, you know, thread it a quarter turn or something, just so that if it rains, it keeps the rain out of the exhaust. I'm gonna slip this back on there, and then I'm gonna come back to you as soon as I got the new one and install it, see if it works. So wish me luck. I should have the light though before then, so wish me luck. I'll get the light on, we'll get this on, and then maybe the sawmill will be fixed and I'll go milling. Hey folks, all right, well, let's get to it. I got parts. I've got what looks like the proper O2 sensor and a light. So we're gonna get those installed and find out if that's gonna fix the mill. So let's get to it. Oh, okay. Now I just hand tighten this in here. Ah, there we go. And it looked terrible, folks. Dropped my light. But when I look at these two, they look very similar. Yep, I mean, they look to be the same. Everything looks mostly the same. It's not identical. I do see one slight difference here, and that is that this connector has a clip to go on the mill here, down here. Let's see, not down there. Where the heck does it go now, Eric? So there's a spot up here that this clips into, and the other one doesn't. So it'll be interesting to see if the new O2 sensor works. I mean, I suppose it's possible you could remove this connector here. Actually, you know what? You can, folks. Check this out. Ha! Now they're the same. Slip this on. Now these guys look the same. Everything looks the same. Okay. Hopefully this rusty looking hole that thing's got to go in isn't too terribly bad. It looked kind of stripped to me when I pulled the old one out, so let's hope it's not really stripped. It just kind of looked that way. Maybe these O2 sensors, I don't know. That one really looked bad, almost like it went in from the factory like that. The threads are terrible on the old one, and I don't know if that was Woodmizer or Kohler, but when I pulled that one off, the threads were stripped. This would really upset me if I can't fix my mill because the threads were so badly worn. Oh gosh, look at that. It's not even threading in. Yeah, that's terrible, folks. I don't know that my sawmill is going to get fixed. Well, I think I'm going to have to get a tap. Try to clean the threads up. I need a bottom end tap. Hey folks. Alright, it took me a while to get this figured out. A lot of running around playing Where's That Part. Ever played that game before? Drop your comments down below and let me know. This is what I've got, folks. This is a Lyle 2200, and I will put a link to Amazon down below. It's like $9 on Amazon, cheaper than I could get it here locally. Super cheap item, right? This is a spark plug thread chaser, hole thread chaser, whatever you want to call it, and it comes in both M14 and M18. And I'm told that the threads for all these O2 sensors are the same as a spark plug. It's the same type of thread. It's a compression type thread. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna go up there, we're gonna knock this out. Oh! I don't have any cutting oil, so you know what I do, folks, is I use this, a little bit of this oil here. It seems to work pretty good. It's just a lubricant, a little light. That's kind of like a 10-in-1 type stuff. So we'll start that guy by hand. Well, I'll clean that out. Deep enough. I really don't like the way it was threading in, but they were so badly torn up that I'm not sure there's any other way to do it. We might be able to get that tighter, but we're going to try it there, folks. Put that in there. Clip that in there. And this is a longer cord that I got on the one from Amazon, so I may have to double that up or something, tie that out of the way, but for now we'll leave it there. And we need to disconnect the battery and put the light in. Now I will tell you, folks, drop one of the screws for the muffler shroud or muffler cage, and open. It's on the ground and not somewhere inside the edge here. Alright, now we've got to disconnect power on this guy. Hopefully without all the sparks. Disconnecting power because the power goes direct to the starter solenoid, and it provides power to that light, and I don't feel like you know, sparking it again. Alright, well, I wonder if I can just turn that off like this. Look at that. Folks, if I wasn't in such a hurry, I wouldn't be filming right now with the neighbors out running their lawnmower, but unfortunately, I have to get this done. And so I hope you'll bear with me and the noise, because I don't have a choice. I have to get this done or I'm not going to get to the cabin, and I really need to get up there and go mill. So I'm hoping you'll understand my need to do this regardless of what the neighbor's doing. Under here it looks fine, everything looks good. All right. Not see that light come on. Done. Don't shut your motor down with the clutch still engaged. I realized I had the cover off and I was spraying water all over my battery, so I'm going to turn that forward motion off, fire it back up, and see how she does. Folks, I don't know if you saw the light blinking or not. It's still telling me I have an O2 sensor fault. That's a new O2 sensor. And it does seem to be running better. Now, the last time I did this, when I did the plugs and filters and oil change and seafoam and all that, it seemed to be running better. Then it wasn't. I did still see a little puff of black now and then. I think it's still blowing out carbon probably that's already there. So I don't know. I think we give it some time. I have Woodmizer's O2 sensor coming. So if this one, I don't know, if it doesn't clear the code, I don't know. I'll ask James if there's a way to clear the code. And I'll tell you, you just need a spark plug thread chaser M18 thread to clean up the threads for that O2 sensor. Now, I'm going to tell you, boy, it was a nightmare trying to clean them up, and I don't think I got it perfectly straight. I think I got it on a little bit of an angle, but I was able to get that O2 sensor in there anyway. So it's in there. It seems to be tight enough. I don't think, you know, it's like a spark plug, so it's a compression type fitting, and maybe it could be tightened up a little more. That might help. I'm afraid to tighten it up too much because honestly, I might just strip it out. Then I'd be looking for, you know, either an easy out or a whole new muffler, and I don't want to pull that exhaust off there right now. You know, 8 years of rust. I did take the cage off of the muffler here. It still has the shroud. It was just a stupid cage that rattled all the time. So that's gone, and the wire that came with the new O2 sensor is longer than the stock one that Woodmizer has. That doesn't really matter, I don't think, anyway. So, and I could probably tie that, you know, back somewhere, pull her back over here, and maybe put it on this or something. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But I think, I'm crossing my fingers, that I might have resolved this. But with that code still showing, I'm not sure. I got to talk to Woodmizer again and say, hey, come on, I got 10-10-3-1 code. It repeats the 3-1 code before it gives me the 6-1 code, which is the end of transmission. He said the 10-10 doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? I got a bad ICU too? I tell you, I put that EMP shield in because I think I got some lightning damage, and I don't want to have to replace an ICU as well. But that's why I put EMP shield in, folks. I know some probably think I'm crazy for doing that, but if they're going to guarantee this thing from lightning strikes up to $25,000 in damage, I want to get this thing fixed. And if it happens again, they get to pay for all these repairs. If it happens again, hopefully theirs works, because I don't want to be up at the cabin or something and have my mill up there, be in the middle of a lightning storm. We were getting lightning just the other day up there, and then we run into problems because it smoked some electronics again, and I've had gremlins for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and fold her all up and pack it all up. We're going to head out to the cabin and try to get some milling done. So without further ado, I'm going to drop a video right here for you to check out, and y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.